Hello, James. Welcome to the interview. Please start off and tell me about yourself.
Yes, hello, thank you. I'm very nervous. I do apologize. My name is James, and I'm a hard worker. Uh, I'm a really good team worker, and I really would like this job.
So that was a weak answer to the interview question, tell me about yourself. And it is a typical answer of someone who has either never been to an interview before or they don't have much work experience. Now, James in that short video at the beginning was very nervous and he gave no substance to his response, but it wasn't his fault. He just did not know what to say. So, if you're a fresh graduate or someone with no work experience, and you're worried about answering the interview question, tell me about yourself, please don't worry. I am here to help you. So, to help you pass your interview and more importantly, answer that question, tell me about yourself, this is what I will cover during the tutorial. So, I will tell you what to include in your answer to the interview question. Tell me about yourself if you are a fresh graduate or someone with no previous interview experience or work experience. Number two, I will then give you a top scoring example scripted answer to that question. Tell me about yourself, and all you have to do is pause the video, write it down, and use it to structure your own response. And then number three, I will give you my top 6 words to use in your job interview if you are a fresh graduate or someone with no previous work experience. So lots of reasons why you should stay tuned. And just quickly, if you enjoy my presentations, please just give the video a like. Thank you very much. That tells me you find these tutorials useful. Okay, the tell me about yourself interview question. This is going to be the first question you must answer during your interview. So it is important you give a confident and positive response because that enables you to build a good connection with the interviewer. It helps to build a positive rapport. You know this question is going to come up right at the very start, so I think it makes sense to practice your answer. Now, as a fresh graduate, you have little or no previous work experience. Therefore, your answer has to include 4 key things. So what are the 4 things you should include in your answer to that question? Tell me about yourself. Let me start working through those, and I will then give you that scripted answer. So number 1, when you answer the question, tell me about yourself, thank the interviewer for being given the opportunity to be interviewed for a position with their company. This is a simple thing to do right at the very start of your answer, but it demonstrates really good manners, and the hiring manager will appreciate good manners. Number 2, in your answer, talk about how your studies, your academic studies, have prepared you for work life, and how being a blank canvas means you can quickly become the perfect employee. So what I mean by a blank canvas is that you don't have any preconceived ideas about the workplace. That means they get to train you up to be the perfect high-performing employee. Number 3, in your answer to the question, tell me about yourself. Tell the interviewer the 4 words that best describe you. Now, I will tell you which 4 words to use when I give you that scripted answer in a second. And then number 4, finish off your answer and tell the interviewer that you plan to build a long-term career with their company and ultimately become a truly high-performing member of their team, because it takes a lot of time, effort, and resources to recruit the right person for a job. So if you tell them that you genuinely plan to build a long-term career with them and you are a blank canvas who they get to train up in the role, they are more likely to take you on in the position. So let me now give you that example of a brilliant answer to that interview question, tell me about yourself, that's for fresh graduates and those people who have limited minimal supervision. And I will then give you the script to write down. So here's the answer.
Hello, Mark. Welcome to the interview. My name is Jenny, and I will be interviewing you for this position today. Why don't you start off and tell me about yourself?
My name is Mark, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to be interviewed for this position with your company today. I recently graduated with a degree in business studies from the University of Cambridge. During my studies, I learned the importance of being disciplined, ensuring my work was to a high standard, and supporting my fellow students to help them achieve their goals. I would describe myself as a positive, enthusiastic, determined, and resilient person who will always take ownership of difficult challenges whenever they occur. I am effectively a blank canvas with no preconceived ideas about the workplace, which means you can train me up to be a high-performing member of your team. If I am successful, I plan to build a long-term career here. I want to become a reliable and trustworthy employee who always adds value to the business and supports it in its daily operations.
Thank you for your answer, Mark.
So I am sure you will agree that was a better answer, a more confident response that Mark gave than the first answer from James to that question, tell me about yourself. In his response, he was confident. He mentioned those 4 words that best describe him. He explained how his studies, his academic studies, had prepared him for work life. And he also mentioned that he planned to build a long-term career with their company and become a high-performing member of their team. So it was a great answer. And it would allow him to build a connection, a positive connection with the hiring manager. Now, in a second, I'm going to give you that exact script so you can pause the video once it's up on the screen, write it down, and use it to structure your own answer. And I will then give you those 6 brilliant, powerful words to use during the rest of your interview. So let me now give you that script. Tell me about yourself. Here we go. My name is Mark, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to be interviewed for this position with your company today. I recently graduated with a degree in business studies from the University of Cambridge. During my studies, I learned the importance of being disciplined, ensuring my work was to a high standard, and supporting my fellow students to help them achieve their goals. I would describe myself as a positive, enthusiastic, determined, and resilient person who will always take ownership of difficult challenges whenever they occur. I am effectively a blank canvas with no preconceived ideas about the workplace, which means you can train me up to be a high-performing member of your team. Now, if I am successful, I plan to build a long-term career here and become a reliable and trustworthy employee who always adds value to the business and supports it in its daily operations. That's a great answer, a really good answer. And all you have to do is change the name, your degree or academic qualifications, and the educational establishment from which you attended. So let me now give you 6 great words to use in an interview. If you are a fresh graduate or someone with no previous work experience, take note of these words, learn them, understand them, and use them in your job interview. Here's those 6 best words for your job interview. The first one is to say that you are a flexible person. Now, if you are flexible, you are willing to always do tasks that are outside of your job description and also work extra hours if needed. This quality is highly appealing to all hiring managers. If you are flexible and adaptable, they will be attracted to that. The second word for your job interview is goals. So during the interview, tell the hiring manager you always set yourself goals to achieve, because employees that set themselves goals are more valuable to a business. And if you are a goal setter, it shows the interviewer that you are someone who is organized and you prioritize your work. The third one, which is a common word to use during an interview, is team worker. But if you are a good team worker, you can collaborate with anyone and you always put the needs of your team first. The next word to use in your interview, this is one of my favorite words, and that's disciplined. People who are disciplined are organized and they never miss a deadline, which is obviously really important if you're going to work for any organization. This is another one. The 5th word is trustworthy. Now, trustworthy employees are a hiring manager's dream. They can be left alone to get on with their work and represent the company positively in everything they do. And the final word is frugal. Not many people know what this means, but if you are frugal, you don't waste company supplies or resources. You are respectful of supplies and resources. You take care of them. And this then, so you're not wasteful of them, but this then enables the company profits to increase. So those are those 6 words to use in your job interview. Now, the next thing to do, if you want to download instantly my full set of 20 interview questions and answers for fresh graduates, click that link in the top right-hand corner of the video. It's a fantastic resource. You can literally have it in your inbox within 2 minutes from now, and it's going to put you ahead of the competition at your forthcoming interview. Make sure you check that out. Finally, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Literally thousands of you are passing your job interviews as a result of these tutorials, and I can only help you if you are subscribed. By subscribing, you'll be the first person to be alerted as soon as I upload fresh content, insider content that will help you to not just pass your interview, but to get the pay you deserve and also progress throughout your career. Please give the video a like because that motivates me to create more content for you. Thank you so much. And don't forget to connect with me on LinkedIn. I have put my LinkedIn link in the description below the video, and it's always an honor and a pleasure to connect with like-minded professionals such as yourself. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you all the best for passing your interview. Have a great day.